Doing this without a script, I'm in vulnerability screen. Yep, this is gonna go well. Hey, hello everybody, I'm the Bandinator 3000. I play a lot of Garry's mod. Some might say way too much. But I don't know why I'm making a video. No. Right, now, for the past year, months, definitely over a year, maybe. I have been working on a little personal project, on and off. I get all on and off projects, like a hobby. One of those thingies. Yeah, a hobby. Yes. Now, Bill, what is this personal project? Is that a map for Garry's mod? No, it is not. Right. I have been working on a little data collection thing. Collecting data of Garry's mod. What data have I been collecting? I have been trying out different games on Garry's mod and seeing how compatible they are. I need to get a life. Right, now I made a graph, written down stuff and everything. Yep, like a good old graph. Here's what I have so far. Yeah. Right, now I did Half-Life series, Team Fortress 2, Portal series, and other games. And other games not officially mountable by Garry's mod. Right now, Bill, how do you play unofficial mountable games on Garry's mod? Alright, first you go into Garry's mod files, find the CFG folder, and you find the mount.cfg, and type in it, right below that thingy, and the name of the game, tab, the tab is very important, and the path through the game, and save, and boom. You have successfully mounted an unofficial game to Garry's mod. That is a very terrible explanation, but we're going with it. Bleh. Right, now is this a total waste of time? Maybe. Probably. Yeah. Wait, Bill, you said you went through the Half-Life series. How'd it go? Well, Half-Life 2 is pretty good. Garry's mod was made from Half-Life 2 and later used the Team Fortress 2 game engine, and then it later became its own engine. Right. Now let's start things off with Half-Life Source. Why not Half-Life 2? Because your door number's wrong, you dingus. Half-Life Source. Now, interestingly enough, a lot of problems are from Half-Life Source itself, not Gmod. It's kind of interesting. You can throw grenades through fences, and there's this thingy where you go into the conveyor belts and the water turns into an eldritch god. Yeah, that's the problem of Half-Life Source and not Garry's mod. To turn off the eldritch water, now to turn off the eldritch water, you just gotta go into the main menu, go to options, video, thank you, advance, and turn off multi-core rendering. It's already off. And I never turned it back on. Right. Now here's the big problem of Half-Life Source. Well, it's not really big since not a lot of maps have this thing. There's a thing called Funk Tank Motor, I think. The name of the thing will come up on the screen. There. And now that thing is very different in Half-Life 2. And now Garry's mod uses its own thingy, and it uses the thing from the Half-Life 2 as a base. I need to stop calling it a thing and start calling it the Combine Suppression thingy, because that's what it is. There's a thingy, the suppression thingy from Half-Life 2. Boom. Yeah, that thing. So, what will happen if we go into Half-Life Source in Garry's mod? Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's a pretty big issue, and I have no idea if Face Punch is able to fix it. Probably not, since code is difficult. And now there's a lot of other problems that I can't name at the top of my head, so here's a list. Whee! Okay. There was a list. Right, now Half-Life 2. And now I know what you're thinking. Oh god, we gotta go through every game on every list. Nope. We're just gonna go through some highlights. Going through every game will take forever. It'll be an hour long. Not even. It'll take forever. I'm not even done with Black Mesa. Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2. But in Garry's mod. Some Metro Police may fall through the floor, but other than that, Garry's mod. Also, here's something quite interesting actually. Garry's mod uses its own stalker model. Hang on, let me bring it up. This thing. This ugly thing. It's ugly. Garry's mod uses its own stalker model. Why? Because when you kill a stalker in Half-Life 2, this happens. Yuck. Very bad. So yeah, Garry's mod had a... Face Punch had to intervene and grab the stalker from Half-Life 2 Episode 1 or something. Right, now here's the thing. If you're a coder, if you fix one problem, another one pops up. So, I'm gonna show you something. Yep. The Garry's mod stalker doesn't have all of its animations. So, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. A bit of a problem. Maybe it's funny enough to be ignorable. Alrighty, and that was Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 Episode 1. Yep. The missing animations. Why? Because Garry's mod uses a lot of models from Half-Life 2. It doesn't use the models from Half-Life 2 Episode 1. It doesn't use the models from Half-Life 2 Episode 2. It uses models from Half-Life 2. So the models are outdated. And they don't have the required animations to do stuff. It is game breaking actually. It's actually kind of bad. So when you go into Half-Life 2 Episode 2, you're stuck there. Unless you know some console commands, you're pretty much stuck there for all eternity. It's poopy. Right, now here's something really interesting. Half-Life 2 Lost Coast is fully functional. Maybe, it might be missing some cool looking lights or better lighting effects or something. I'm not that big in the lighting and that's just bad. But might not be missing lighting. All I know is that it doesn't have closed captions. And that's the only problem of Half-Life 2, the only problem I had with Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. Yeah. It just doesn't have closed captions. Worst game ever. Deaf people can't play it. Yeah. But what about something like Counter-Strike or Age of Chivalry? First of all, do you know Age of Chivalry? I think Chivalry correctly. So it turns out I've been saying it wrong my whole life. Age of Chivalry. Counter-Strike source, excuse me, I've been saying Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike has been made on the Gold Source engine, and Garry's Mod does not like the Gold Source engine. Counter-Strike source! Counter-Strike source is missing its weapons. Yeah, the shooty bang bangs, yeah, they don't have them. Now, Face Punch is not going to add weapons, because we can find better weapons on the workshop. And I have been directly told that by the developer himself. Anyway, I don't know what else is missing from Counter-Strike. The buy zones and the hostages. Now, what we normally do in Garry's Mod is throw bathtubs at each other, prop point or something, stuff. The buy zones and hostages, nah. We could do about them. Garry's Mod, we do shotguns and stuff. Yeah. And now, Age of Chivalry. Basically medieval Team Fortress 2 without the hats. Yeah. Right now, Age of Chivalry has some missing things. Like mission-related objects, like you gotta find the crown, take the crown back, capture the flag and stuff, and blah. Yeah, it's missing those thingies. It's also missing the weapons. The weapons are really slow. Wagons! The wagons, thingies, you take the thingy to the thingy, you push the thing, the cart into the thingy, and everything explodes, blah. Team Fortress 2, but medieval. Yeah, the cart thingies don't walk. You can't push them from point A to point B. That's also a problem from Team Fortress 2, but we're not there yet. So you gotta use the old Blue Pets Extended Properties add-on. You find the thingy that moves and make the thingy move itself. Brilliant! Blah. That way you don't have to push the thingy. Uh-oh. Oh no. An invisible object, a non-existent object is blocking the path of the thingy. No. So yeah, that's all. That's a problem with Garry's Mod. It only uses entities from the Half-Life series. Sure, it may use some map building tools from other games, but they only do that. I'm led to believe. Unless they got stuff, unless I can legally put stuff from G-String. They just acquired G-String, by the way, as of making this video. G-String is bullshit. But we're not there. So, bleh. Team Fortress 2 is one of the thingies that is quite popular for Garry's Mod, for posing and stuff. Grab the old character and pose him into a position or something. Bleh. Right now, Team Fortress 2 has these little things called capture points. Where you stand on a thing for a while and it goes ding, and you captured it. Yay, team-based games. Yeah, the capture points. Yeah, do the capture points work in Garry's Mod? They do not. They're all grayed out and stuff. And it's just one of those issues that's not really an issue. Unless you really want to play Team Fortress 2 and Garry's Mod. Then I do believe there's an add-on for that. And now Garry's Mod does not have weapons from Team Fortress 2. Now this one I can understand. There are a lot of weapons. Like holy balls. Like Jesus Christ. Oh God. And they have skins. Oh God, no! That's a coding nightmare! So yeah, they're obviously not going to add weapons. Good lord. Wireframes! Oh God, the wireframes! Events! Team Fortress 2 has a lot of Halloween maps, and they have events in those maps. Blah. Have spooky skeletons and evil wizards called Maramus or something. Maramus. That's a stupid name. Oh yeah, those things don't exist either because legal reasons. I mean, what normally happens in Garry's Mod events. I mean, we would like to do the events in Garry's Mod. I would love to go around doing bump class as Mel 7 with other people and Garry's Mod and have my own colored buggy and stuff. But, I want to be able to control that. And Team Fortress 2 doesn't really do that. So yeah, that Facepunch is not going to add those for legal reasons. That's all I know. There's a heavy question mark on that legal reasons stuff. And speaking of legal reasons, Black Mesa! Yes, Black Mesa. I did not finish that one yet, but oh boy, I have a lot to talk about. Oh boy, Black Mesa. There are a lot of missing entities. Yep, that's pretty much about it. The Garry's Mod developers actually supported Black Mesa once or twice. Like, added a thing where the props won't become invisible and stuff. And made sure the maps don't spontaneously crash at one point or stuff. Those times were nice. But then, I came along and I posted a video practically begging Crowbar Collective, the developers of Black Mesa, to let Garry's Mod support Black Mesa to its fullest. And they said no! For legal reasons. The legal team said no. Even though Half-Life Source is a thing on Garry's Mod, Black Mesa's legal team said no. Yep. The developers of Black Mesa will only let people use Black Mesa for free projects. Well, obviously they can't just make Black Mesa free stuff. But they can only let Black Mesa be a part of free projects. And Garry's Mod is a pay-for project. So, yeah. That's their reason. We might not like it, but we have to respect their decision. And this essentially stopped Facepunch from supporting Black Mesa. Yep. Now the Stanley Parallel Ball. It's one of those times when my begging actually did work. Yay! Begging. Sometimes it'll work. Nah. And now the Stanley Parable uses a lot of things called VScript. It is a scripting thing created by Valve Software. It lets you do stuff, the coding coding thingy. It's a coding language, I don't know, VScript is... Now, what I do know about VScript is that Loa, the coding program mostly used by Garry's Mod, doesn't like VScript that much. And it doesn't really like it. Here's a few images from Portal 2, another game that uses VScripts. Almost primarily. Yeah. Anyway, there's the Stanley Parable. Portals! Yay, portals! The Stanley Parable uses world portals. And if you don't know what those are, it's portals. It's wormholes. Basically a wormhole thingy. You go into one thing and you go out the other. It's probably not called world portals, but I'm calling them world portals because it's easier for me to understand. Nah. And the Stanley Parable has impossible geometry because Stanley Parable. Nah. That means Stanley Parable uses world portals. And world portals are a pain in the hiney to code. That don't matter what coding language you use, it's a pain in the hiney to code. Yeah. So, yeah, Face Punch is not gonna add portals. Because the portals from Portal 2 are the best portals. And they use VScript. So, yeah. It's like madness sandwiched in with more madness. Yeah, so yeah, the Portal series is not going to be a thing on Garry's Mod. Just because it's mountable does not mean the game is supported for Garry's Mod. Yeah. Alright, now let's talk about the games, mods, or map packs that aren't officially supported by Garry's Mod. Ooh. Nightmare House 2. That old goody, oldie goody, old goldie, spooky. Right. Nightmare House 2. Now this is where things get interesting. Now, Nightmare House 2 requires Half-Life 2 Episode 2. May require Half-Life 2 Episode 1. Alright, so if you don't have Half-Life 2 Episode mounted... Oh no, errors everywhere! Ah! And now, since Nightmare House 2 replaces a lot of pre-existing textures, some of those textures are doors. Just doors. Yeah, doors are normal looking, while Garry's Mod prioritizes its own models over the mods, games, textures. Yeah. So the zombie doesn't have a head grab. The zombie has a head grab. Nightmare House 2 2015. Hey, custom weapons. Boo, custom weapons. Yeah, I mean Nightmare House 2, the original, the original. Nightmare House 2 uses custom zombies. Nightmare House 2 uses custom entities. Like zombies. That I don't show up. It's at what point it's a game map progression breaker. But Garry's Mod ain't gonna do it squat about that. And now Face Punch is not gonna do anything to fix that because mod is not on Steam. And second of all, there's no permission. Third of all, they have too much stuff to do. Nah. They're not gonna do that anything. Nah. Cube. Right, now Cube. There's a mod for Half-Life 2 Episode 2. I don't know if it uses Half-Life 2 Episode 2, or they're just saying that because it needs a game base or something. There. Right now, Cube is an interesting case. Now on Cube, there's this part in the game, mod thingy, where it crashes every time. And it's not supposed to do that. Yeah, that's a big no-no. Also, the 0-point energy field manipulator in that thing sucks. Nah. It's like very bad. So in Garry's Mod, it fixes those issues. Because Garry's Mod takes priority. Yay! Gravity gun works properly. And the game doesn't crash. Yay! Unintentionally fixing things. Woo! I only know Cube works because from memory I didn't actually write that much stuff down in Cube. I'm still working on Black Mesa. Right, now sound manifest stuff. A lot of games uses its own sound manifest. Now, what is a sound manifest? A sound manifest is a list of sounds where one object can use many sounds, like gunshots. That is the world's quietest gun sound. My volume is lowered. It turns out my volume was just lowered. Yeah. And now some sounds don't really require a sound manifest. Like, a lot of things require a sound manifest. Ambience. Ambience doesn't use sound manifest. And the one-time sound thingies don't use sound manifest. This door is locked noise. Yeah. A lot of sounds use a sound manifest. And Garry's Mod prioritizes its own sound manifest, which is a bit of a mix of Half-Life 2, Half-Life Source, and its episodes. And Lost Coast. And nothing else. And nothing else. That means no custom sounds from Portal, no real custom sounds from Team Fortress 2. I mean, you'll get some, but yeah, I don't know how sound manifests work. I'm not a coder. Please don't get me. Now, I do believe those were all of the highlights. There might have been more, but I am doing this without a script. I'm doing all this at the top of my head. Bleh. I have too much time on my hands. And I need to seek help. So here's what I decided to do. I decided to actually seek help from you guys. I am turning my personal project into a community one. It took the bloat off of my hands and speed up the process a bit, and let me go on with other projects and stuff. Yeah. And I probably don't care about all this. You're just listening to me because you have nothing else better to do. Hello, I am the Billionaire 3000. We have things in common. Right, now all this data was made on Google Drive. Hashtag not sponsored. And yeah. So if you really, really do want to help me for whatever reason, I don't know, you can send me email from Discord to Steam. Do not put your email in the YouTube comments. No. Don't do that. Do not share your personal information. Nah. Don't. I see you typing. No. DM me your email from Discord, Steam, Twitter, or other social media. Probably not Facebook, since I don't really use that. Now, I repeat, do not share private information in the YouTube comments or any other public areas. That's stupid. Right, and yeah. I have too much time on my hands. I play Garry's Mod way too much. And my personal project is now a community one. Do not share private information on the public areas. And thank you all so much for watching. Like seeking therapy. If you like seeking therapy, like and I'll see you in the next video. Very well, my people. Was this an absolute waste of time? Maybe. Yes. I need to do something better with my life. Nyeh.